The following BLTV program is brought to you by O'Flaherty Law. Please enjoy.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Seize Your Business podcast. My name is Bryan McDonald with On Purpose Growth, and today I have with me Brian Good of Improved Technologies, and what we're going to be talking about is how to use IT to grow and scale your business. So Brian, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you much for having me here.
I appreciate it. So today we're going to be talking about how you help companies grow and scale their businesses, and I guess we're going to talk specifically about three areas. One is how people can take what they're doing now and improve on it. You know, they're wasting time doing things and whatnot. Second is how can they actually be more efficient and more productive in what they do. And the last, start doing some things with technology that they have not been doing before. And you, before this, we were talking to you, you were sharing some interesting stories with me, so I'm excited to share them with everybody else. But before we dive in, why don't you give a little bit of background of yourself and your company, and we'll go from there.
So Improved Technologies, we're a managed service provider. More or less what we do is we cover everything from, you know, I can't get my email to work, to servers and infrastructure. We even call Comcast for you.
Oh, wow.
It's just the base of, we try to fill the role of a full IT department for companies that are either too small or simply don't have the interest in having their own full-time IT department.
Got it.
I've been doing this myself personally for 15 years. So got a little bit of background.
A little bit of
in the
background,
industry.
right? So based on your background and everything, so what are you seeing companies doing that they're wasting time on, things that they're not doing very well in their business that they could leverage technology for?
The biggest place that I see people and companies wasting time and losing money is very often the internal IT guy, the unofficial IT person that handles all the issues in the office, that they don't have any real training in IT. They're just, you know, they're not seen as an expense because, well, I'm already paying them to be here. I'm just going to have them handle the IT for me.
Yep.
And people really don't consider, well, if they're spending 1 hour a day working on fixing other people's computers, not only are they taken away from their other tasks, but the other person that they're helping is also being taken away from their tasks. If you look at someone that works 1 hour a day on fixing other people's computers, that's a loss of a full week of work every year.
Wow.
Add into that the fact that other people are impacted, and you have multiple weeks per year just from that 1 hour a day from that one IT person. The other place where you see it is simply a slow computer. If you have somebody in the morning, everybody's seen this. You have somebody that comes into the office. The default routine is they get into the office, they turn on their computer, they go straight to the coffee. And they come back 15 minutes later because that's when they know their computer's going to be up and running. That 15 minutes, that's another hour a week. That's a week a year that you've just spent on them getting coffee.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's all of these things, from slow computers to unreliable hardware, to your employee's own time either doing nothing or spent trying to fix these issues. These are the costs that go into this that people aren't considering, and it will cost you literally thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars a year.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it. I mean, a week's full of somebody's time just to fix the issues, and that's not accounting for all the other people that they're interacting with to get the issue fixed. Or we've all seen it. We've all probably had it. The computer that takes forever to start up, right? So it sounds like it's not more about what you are doing. It's what you don't have the ability to do.
Right. There's that. There's a server going down. There's a network that doesn't work right. There's rebooting the modem. I could go into thousands of different little incidences, but you understand the point. It's all of these things are costing you time and money.
Yep. And that's all we have, right? Is time, and our time costs us money. You know, so it sounds like technology will be able to, or well-run technology will be able to take the time that you're wasting on that and point in another direction for a business to where, you know, maybe that's a revenue center. So
right. It's getting people from wasting time back to making money.
Cool. So the second thing we talked about was how to become more effective and more productive. How are you helping companies do that?
There's a number of ways in doing that. The simplest one, this overlaps quite a bit with the previous one, is simply investing in your infrastructure. A good example, and a pretty common one, is I see people all the time working on these little tiny square monitors, or just with this one little laptop screen that's 15 inches wide, and they've got this massive huge desk. If you go on Google, just look briefly, you'll find studies all over the place that say that if you give a person a second monitor, they will increase in productivity on average 20 to 30%.
That's amazing.
Now, let's just to get into the math for a second, to be conservative on this.
Yeah.
Let's say that we're only going to get 10% increase in productivity. And let's say that we're only paying the person minimum wage.
Mm-hmm.
Over the course of a year, that $100 spread out comes out to about 5 cents an hour. So at
And that's
minimum
$100
wage,
for the monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
For the monitor. So if you're getting a 10% increase in productivity from that minimum wage employee, that's about 72 cents per hour of gain. So you've got about a 15-fold return on your investment for something as simple as that.
That's crazy.
If you wanted to get a brand new laptop or brand new desktop for an employee every year, let's say you put $1,000 into it every year, and let's say that gets you another 5% gain in productivity. The break-even point for where that's not going to be costing you any money because you're getting extra work out of it is below minimum wage. You can be buying all sorts of hardware every year, realizing that this is unrealistic. You're not paying people minimum wage, most likely.
Yeah.
And you're not going to replace it every year. So the cost to benefit analysis of this is obvious.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's huge.
It's right in front of you, and it's just do the math. It's really easy to fall into the rut of I'm paying the people to be here, and people make me money, and computers are an expense. But if you give people the wrong tools and they're slow, they're not going to be able to do their job as well as they can.
Yeah. Well, and it sounds like this is about the people.
This is very much about the people.
Right. It's empowering them with things to be better people.
Correct.
Right? That's interesting. So then the last part was about being able to do things that maybe you were never doing or never thought of, doing. And this is the exciting part because you were sharing some interesting things with me. So how do business owners or decision makers actually understand this and start utilizing it in their business?
This one can be a little bit more complicated to explain sometimes because it's so specific to each business. There's no one-size-fits-all answer to this. But we've all heard the stories of the receptionist who needs to get a piece of paper to somebody. So they find a picture, they print it off, they scan it back to themselves, they dump it into Word, and then they email it over to you. So everyone's run into this.
Yeah, right.
And one way or another, we know that there's people out there that they're going to find a way, but it may not be the right way or even a appropriate way to do something.
Yeah, right.
So part of it is simply just user training. It's something that should go along with any IT company, with not even necessarily any IT company, any company at all that just trains their employees. Here's a better way to do what you're doing. Where it gets fun is where you start working with the special cases, the unique things where you can save literally tens of thousands of dollars by finding processes and automating or simplifying them. One specific one that I found a few years back was I ran into an employee who half of her week was take these documents, put them in the scanner. Once they're in the scanner, they scan to a folder. Go back to your computer. Open the file on your computer. Name the file appropriately. Now, here's the annoying part. Once you've named this file, you have 50,000 folders. You need to find the right folder and just click and drag it over there.
Literally 50,000.
literally 50,000 folders. They had 50,000 accounts. It was a nightmare. And just
sounds like it.
I would stand over her shoulder and watch her as she would find the file here. She'd open the folder here. She'd click here, and now, a third of those folders pop up, and she has to scroll down through 10 to 20,000 of those 50,000, find the right one, click and drag. And that was 15 hours a week that she was doing that.
Jeez.
We looked at this, and without too much time or investment, it took probably 10, 20 hours of investigating, understanding the process, and kind of redesigning the system so that that entire process of let's find this file, let's find the folder, was completely automated. It was just gone.
How fast did this go?
This process, we got it down to running once a day, automated, took about 60 seconds.
So she wasn't doing this?
She wasn't doing it at all. Nobody was doing it. It was sitting on the server. The server would run a program, and you would just watch as all these files would just suddenly just fly across the screen and they were gone. You could just watch them count down, dozens of them per second, as they're just gone.
So she basically got, let's just call it, make it fair, it's not the whole 15 hours, maybe she got 14 hours back.
Very, very reasonably, yes.
A week?
Yes.
Times how many weeks a year working, right?
50 weeks a year, roughly, of work. So, 700 hours a year that she just regained from that.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, the opportunities out there are incredible. So it doesn't stop at automating repetitive tasks. It's not simply that kind of thing. There's all sorts of opportunities out there that people don't know about. Whether it's working remotely from home, getting multiple people to be able to work on the same document at the same time, seeing as other people are typing from anywhere across the world. You can have 7 people in the same Word document all at the same time working together and collaborating. And then a pretty simple one, at least from the IT side, is we all know what it's like to be working on a document and accidentally delete it.
Oh, yeah.
Or, less common, you've been working on it and then you made some changes, and then 3 weeks later you go, oh crap, I needed the things that I had in this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, right.
But I've saved it 17 times since then, and I don't know any way to get it back.
I've done that myself.
Some simple things that most people don't know is if you have that document in Dropbox or in OneDrive or in any of the major cloud providers, a lot of them store every version of that document going back 90 days or so.
Really?
You can go online and you can just recover it and say, I want the version from this day.
That's interesting.
With the backup solutions now, I get customers that call me and say, I deleted this file, or I had something I put in this file 2 weeks ago in the afternoon on the 25th. And we can go back and you can say, okay, we have 3 versions from that day. Which time period do you want? These are things that save an incredible amount of time.
Oh, yeah.
That, I mean, if you've ever lost a spreadsheet, that's a nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
You've got all sorts of possibilities of things you can do, of ways you can save time, of just opportunities you've never considered before that are there, and if you don't know what to look for, then you'll never be able to use them.
Exactly. Well said. I like that a lot, because there's a lot of times where, business owners, one being myself, is, through time, it's like, I don't know what I don't know, right? And I don't know how to ask the right questions. And it's all about being able to free up my time to focus on what's most important to grow and scale the business. So that's job number one, right? So I appreciate you sharing everything. It's great tips, tricks, and actual solid ways that you share with everybody here to actually be able to think about leveraging technology to free up time, make people more efficient, and ultimately, like the lady with 700 more hours, have her do something else, right? Like you just increased capabilities by 700 hours a year.
And that's the goal.
Cool. So I appreciate you coming on, and everybody, if you would like to learn more about Bryan and Improved Technologies, all the information is shared here on the video as well as on the website. So please reach out to him and answer or get any answers to questions you may have. And I appreciate you joining us for this episode of Seize Your Business, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Cool. Thanks, Bryan.
Thanks much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for watching our video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Click the subscribe button for new videos every week and download and review us on iTunes. Visit learn-about-law.com for other legal-related articles and videos. Visit our business podcast and video blog, seizeyourbusiness.com, and visit makingrealestatefun.com for real estate videos and podcasts. Call us at 630-324-6666 for a free consultation. Thanks for watching.